show you how to trim or cut your hair with a razor. In my previous video, I've shown you how to trim and cut your hair with cutting shears. But today, we're going to use a razor. So this is what a razor looks like, the most basic one. They have other types as well, but for home use, you can use this. So the razor either come with a guard or just by the blade itself. I find for new users, if you use just the blade by itself, it can be a little dangerous. So therefore, get one with the guard so that you don't cut yourself. So with the effect of the razor as opposed to cutting shears, a cutting shear is another word for scissors. So a hair cutting scissor, obviously you can cut it more blunt, you can cut it more wispy by doing point cutting, like the video that I've shown you previously. But with the razor, it's a lot easier for those who can't achieve with the cutting shears. The razor, by definition, it gives the hair a feathering effect. So it will look like your hair has grown out after a month of cutting if you cut the razor today. The razor is also great for babies, so for moms who want to cut their kids' hair, but the kid is screaming at the salon and they're afraid of other people touching their head, you can get a razor. I've shown some of my mom and dad clients to use the razor to cut their kids' hair. So if their kids' hair is, wispy and short or long, whatever, so when the hair is wet, and it should be when the hair is wet. I know people do break the rules, but just break it when you know it. But it's highly recommended that you use it on wet hair because you're slicing the hair. Therefore, you want the hair to be slippery. When the hair is dry, you will cause split ends, or you can cause that dryness because you're scraping off a dry strand of hair. And it's harder, it tugs, it's a lot more painful. But when you do it when the hair is damp or wet, it will feel a lot more pleasant. So with the baby, you would wet the baby down, just hold the hair by pieces. So don't attempt trying to do this because it's too hard to keep a hold of them. So let's say it's around their ear, just hold it and softly razor it. And then you can get a really nice, soft kid's wispy cut, very soft that you can't go blunt. Those of you who are a mom or a dad want to cut your kids' hair at home, try with a razor. Again, just hold the outline where you want to cut and just slice or carve the hair out when it's wet. And it's best if you want to use with conditioner. Put the conditioner in the hair, wet the hair, put the conditioner in the hair, and then cut the hair. Go by just individual strands. It'll be very well. It will work out very well for the kids. And also, if you make a mistake, they can't tell because it's wispy. Whereas if you were to cut it with a scissor, you can see the demarcation line, which make it look more obvious. So back to today's tutorial. I'm going to use the long comb because it's a lot easier to work with than using a small one that they usually have in the stores. So you can get these at beauty supply stores or beauty outlets or Sally's, anywhere that sells beauty supplies. Make sure, most important, make sure you dispose the blade to each use. I know people at home, if you're cutting it for yourself, you're like, okay, whatever, I don't need to replace it every single time. But if you are cutting it on somebody else, changing the blade every single time is crucial, just for safety reason. And after, you don't throw these in the garbage. They come in a container, in a yellow container like this, and you put all of the knife or the sharp stuff in that container, and then you will call up to, there's a number, check your city. They will come and pick these up. Or you can drop it off, but do not dispose this in the garbage or recycling because it can cause harm to others. So now my hair is wet from the shower. I'm just going to brush it out. brush your hair to make it less painful, brush it bottom up. So from the bottom, detangle the bottom first and then work your way up the top. Because if you were to go from the top all the way down to the bottom, that is too much stress on the hair, which can cause the hair to break. So when you comb your hair, whether it's dry or wet, start with the bottom first, detangle the bottom, and then work your way on top. So once I brush my hair out, I'm going to spray it with the Free Shape from KMS. This is a great product to use. Those of you who have a lot of hair, my hair used to be 3 times more than this when I had my extensions in, so I took mine out just to change them. So I'm just going to do a cut. I trim before I put my extensions in. So before with extension, whether with extension or without extensions, or you have thick hair or medium hair, it's highly recommended that you use this. I find that it protects from the heat for sure, and honestly it cuts blow dry time in half. Those of you who have hair down to your waist and it takes forever to dry, or you have like massive hair and you need to dry quicker, definitely get one of this. It's by KMS Free Shape Quick Blow Dry, and I use this for my client in the salon, and it truly cuts my blow drying time in half. Blow drying is not a fun part of hairstyling because it takes a lot of work, it hurts the shoulders, and it's just too time consuming. So there are products out there to help it dry faster and protect it from the heat, and this is one of them. And I have tried other ones, and I still like this one the best. So this is what it looks like. Again, you can get it from beauty supply stores, or just call your city and see where to get these from, or find the salon to get this from. So before you spray it, see how it's separate? You need to shake it. So it looks like this, and then you just spray it in your hair. So the best way to get a straight line is to hold the comb, okay, right on the hair, and part it, and then lift the hair. So let's say I want to do it in the middle. My comb is right on my scalp, okay, and then all the way down. Try to get as straight of a parting as you can. Okay. So once you have that, so today my focus is my length. I'm just trimming about 1/2 inch to 1 inch off the ends. I did with the scissors in the previous videos because I wanted more like a fuller effect. But today I'm going to do the razor to feather it because I'll be putting in my extensions, and I don't want it to show steps. So therefore, you will see that today the cut will be a lot more feathery. So once you part the hair in half, you will hold the hair together like this. So you're going to hold the hair like this. If you feel that the hair is getting dry, just respray it, because with the razor you need to have it moist. So you are going to hold it like this, or whatever length you're looking for, and you're just going to carve it. When you carve it, use this side of the blade against your hair and not this side, because with this side it can cause a bit of a hard angle and you can cut yourself. So make sure that when you're cutting against skin or anyone, it's this side of the razor that you're cutting, because there's a protector right there, and here is the knife. So once again, you're going to comb the hair straight down, hold it like this. So when you cut, you do need a mirror for this, because if you cut the hair and you're looking down at this, you're already shifting the way your hair falls. So make sure to have your head straight, and just look for the reflection in the mirror. So this side's just a tad longer. Go in with the razor. If you want the razor to have more of a feathering effect, then you will hold the hair and go a little bit higher up, so it will get more of a feathery. If you want it just soft on the ends, then you could do shorter. So the longer you go, the more feather it looks. The shorter you go, it's still feathered on the ends, but it still have a bit of weight at the bottom. So now that it's done, today I'm just trimming my ends. You can also do the cutting for this as well. You can section it. Since my hair is, I don't have a lot of it, so therefore I can do it all in one. But if you want, you can section your hair into 3 parts and do it by sections. And also, if you wanted to, I won't do it today, but if you wanted to, you could have hold the hair like this and razor it down and get a nice wispy layer look. Same thing go for here. If you wanted to, you can cut it down if you liked. So now that the cut is done, I'm going to blow dry and I'll come back to show you how it looks like. So I'm going to part the hair in half, and from that I'm going to part it another half. I'm just going to use the comb to comb out all the knots and over direct it all the way 90 degrees off the head. Because if you have it like this and you roll it, and when you clip it, it's going to get an indentation right here. So by you having it 90 degrees off the head, when you clip it on, you won't get any because the clip will go straight onto the roots. So today I'm going to use the 2-inch Super Jumbo because I want it more of like a volume look as opposed to a curl look or a wavy look. So tuck all the hair inside. See how it's 90 off the head? I'm going to get the clip and clip it onto the hair. Just like that. Same thing, doesn't have to be perfect. Part it in half. Comb the hair straight up, 90 degrees. Tuck all the hair inside with your 2 fingers and roll it down. Nice and secure. And then if you have any of these grown out hair, make sure you pin them straight up, because if not, once everything is set and you take it out, you're going to have pieces like flopping straight down. It looks really, out of sort. So just pin it up so that the hair root stays up, so that when you take them out, it's more even. So I'm going to let this heat up for 5 minutes, and then I'll get back to you and show you how it looks like. So it has been 5 minutes. I'm going to take off the rollers. Before I do, I want to show you some of the finishing product that I use. If you want more of like a texture, meaning if you want to show every single strands of the layers or the texture in your hair, you can go in using the AG Color Care Texture Spray. This is a really nice one. It's Define and Finishing Spray. It gives you a very lightweight, not heavy at all, and it makes each of your hair pieces layer is defined. So it looks like you slept on the hair for a day, or if you go to the beach and you get sand and you let it soak in the sun, or you let salt water, and it's in the sun, you get that dirty, piecey hair look, but except on a clean head. So you can spray this in on a wavy hair or a blow dried out hair or whatever, or even straight iron if you want that more dirty hair look, but on a clean head. So that is great for those of you who want to have that effect, but you have to wash your hair every day because of your scalp, like mine, very oily. So this is a really nice one. It's light, it's not, and you can still run your hair through. It's not sticky. Guy Tang actually used this one, which is where I actually got introduced to it from. So highly recommended it. Another one, if you want to put oil in your hair, but you have very fine hair or medium hair, or you just don't like that greasy oil look, then you can use what they call a dry oil spray. So Joico made this really nice oil spray. It's weightless, shine, and it protects color. So those of you who want to just put some oil in the hair and just make it look a little more shiny, this gives you more of like a matte look. This gives you a bit of more shine. It doesn't do as well of a texture as the AG one, but this is also, the Joico is also a really nice shine spray if you're lacking shine and you want some separation. Make sure all of these canister spray, you spray at least an armful away from the hair. If you spray it too close, it condenses in one area and it looks really greasy. So make sure you hold it out from that much and just give it a good spray all over. Okay? So I'm going to take out my hot rollers now. And this pin. So remember I told you about the pin? Since I pin it up, it stays up like this. If not, it would have flopped like right down, this straight piece coming right from my forehead, and it's not appealing. So just run your hair through. Now you know why I totally love these hot rollers. They are the best styling product that ever invented, by far. The reason is there are other great tools out there that you can use, but the thing is you have to work really hard at it, or someone else have to do it on for you, or it takes a lot of time consuming. Whereas these hot rollers, I put them in, I went and do my things, had my breakfast, I let it dry, and now I take them out and they look phenomenal. And this is exactly how they look like after the rollers. All the clients that I have recommended this to at the salon that use this, they are in love with it. So if you're struggling styling your hair for work and you're a mom, you can't stay in the washroom for like 15 minutes, half an hour, or even an hour, get these hot rollers because they truly make your life so much simpler. You'll have beautiful, gorgeous hair every day and for minimal work. So I'll show you how it looks at the back. So you can leave it the way it is, or you can spray one of these products in. Today I'm gonna I spray. So before I spray, I just want to give it a little shake. And again, holding it from afar. I highly recommend you to spray it underneath. Reason being, try to put your product underneath as well, because when you put it on the top, it's great, but then your hair gets really dry because it's frictioning against your clothes or you're sleeping at night. Before I go to sleep, I usually spray the oil in my hair just so that when I'm sleeping, I'm not, causing a friction that makes it tangles. So when you spray on the top, it's great. Make sure you spray it inside as well. So that's our finished look.